Hey guys, this video let's build this insane fish farm that will provide a ton of bone meal for your survival world. These are all the items you're gonna need to build the farm. If you want, you can stop the video and make a screenshot. As you can see, you have to build this farm above an ocean biome. You don't want to build this above a tropical ocean, just use the normal one. As you can see, we got some cod or salmon spawning right here, and this is the right biome. Then the first step in order to build the farm is to come to the surface of the sea. There you want to stack blocks up until you are out of the water, so like this. And then you want to break the 2 blocks that are at the top, and then you want to replace it with 1 magma block looking something like this. You should have 1 block free to the top. Then as the next step, you can choose one direction that fits perfect for you, and then you want to extend out 17 more magma blocks so that you have a total of 18 magma blocks in a row. After placing a total of 18 magma blocks, it should be looking something like this. As the next step, you want to break all the blocks that you placed in order to build the magma blocks on top, so looking something like this. And then you want to come to both ends and you want to place 2 blocks looking something like this. Of course, you want to repeat the same thing at the other side as well. As the next step, come below your line of magma blocks and just extend out this stack by 2 more blocks, and then place blocks all the way to the end of the whole thing until you reach the other pillar, of course, and then just place 1 more block right there so that you have a little U shape out of solid blocks. Now come to one side of the block line and place a powered rail right there. Then you want to place a lever at the side of the block where the powered rail is on top, and you want to flick it to power the rail. Then extend out with rails by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, leave 1, 2 blocks open, and just place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 normal rails, and then finally 1 powered rail and a lever at the side to power the whole thing. As the next step, come to the middle of the block line where you should have 2 blocks empty and place a chest in front. Then come to the back side and you want to break the blocks and replace them with hoppers. You have to sneak in order to place them, and then you have to sneak again to place some rails on top. As you can see, if you take out a minecart and place it on top of one of the powered rails, as you can see, the minecart will start, will go all the way to the end and then go back again, and the whole cycle is finished by doing this. So you can leave the minecart right there, and you want to encase the whole thing just by placing a line of blocks right at this side. And of course, after you have done this, you want to do the same thing as well at the other side. So start at one end and then go all the way to the end of the block line and end right here. Then you want to come back to the side where you have the chest. You want to destroy the 2 blocks that are above the chest, and you want to replace them with glass blocks. Then come below the chest and place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks. So you have a 2x2 platform in front of the chest. And then you want to place a wall at the side. So looking something like this, you want to have a 2x2 wall at both sides, and then just place 6 blocks as a roof. So you have a nice 2x2x2 room in front of the chest. If you want to, you can just drain the whole thing by placing 4 blocks right here and 4 more blocks right there as well. Then break these 8 blocks you placed again and place 2 signs at this side, 2 more signs at that side. And then finally you want to place a torch, and you want to destroy this chest again. You want to place blocks instead, and you want to replace the chest right there as well. As you can see, we now drained the whole thing and we have a nice dry room where we can access all the loot later. Now once you got that, we can start building the spawning platform for our fish. And the first thing in order to do this is to come to one of the pillars at the side, and then you want to extend out by 9 blocks. So you got 3 right here, and then you want to place 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then you want to place blocks until you are at the other side, so linear with the other side, and then just extend out some blocks again so that you connect the 2 sides up. And then you want to repeat the whole thing just at the other side, so place 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then take the whole thing to the other side and then just connect up both sides with solid blocks. And by doing this, we just ensure that none of the fish can flow out, because now we built the actual spawning platform with Sioux sand. In order to do this, you want to come to the middle, so to the magma line, then one block to the side, and there you start by placing Sioux sand, of course all the way to the end and then back and forth. Then, as you can see, I'm finished with my first side. I want to do the same thing as well at the other side. So just turn around, come to your magma line again, and then start right here by placing a rectangle out of Sioux sand. Now, after placing all your Sioux sand, you should have one rectangle of Sioux sand, then a line of water with magma below, and then another rectangle of Sioux sand, and this all should be encased by one row of blocks. We now want to make this enclosure a bit higher by 2 blocks, so you want to have a wall that is 2 blocks all the way around the whole thing. Now, after placing a 2-block high wall, what you want to do is to place one stream of blocks in the middle of the whole thing above the magma blocks to destroy all the water, and then you just want to remove all the blocks again. Then you want to come to one end, you want to leave this block open, and then at the second block you want to place one row out of signs. You can use either sign you want, you just want to make sure that your row of signs goes from one end to all the way to the other end as well. Now, after placing all your signs, we want to flood the entire platform with water. In order to do this, grab 2 water buckets, just place the first one right here and the second one right there. Then you have an infinite source of water, and you can take out water from this middle block to fill in the whole platform. You want to make sure that you don't waterlog the sides, but you just place blocks above all the Sioux sand, and then once you're done doing this for one side, you want to grab yourself some slabs of any kind, and then you just want to place upper slabs everywhere where you placed a water source. As you can see, we got already some fish spawning. This is a very good sign, because then we know that the farm will work later as well. When we placed all the slabs, we should now be able to place a water stream above. In order to do this, again, you want to grab 2 water buckets and place them like this, as I have shown you as well. Then take out some water from the middle and just flood the entire side. But you want to make sure that you just place water source blocks above the end of the platform, because you want to have flowing water on all the 7 other blocks. Now, when we got our water stream, we can just destroy and remove all the slabs, and we can take them back into our inventory, because we will have to do the same thing with the other side as well. The process for this is literally the same thing, just repeat everything I have shown you to the other side. Now, when you're done flooding the entire platform in the manner I have shown you, then we can create a AFK spot for this farm. In order to do this, you want to come to the middle of the whole thing and align yourself with the magma row. Then you want to come down to the wall, and you want to place 16 scaffoldings. Just stack them up. As you can see, we're now at height 65, so we have to go until Y81. Very simple maths. So next step is to align yourself with the magma row again, and then just extend out by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 blocks, and now you should be above the middle-ish of the whole thing. And then you can go ahead and create yourself a little small room so that you can see everything that's going on in the farm. I recommend building it out of glass for the same reason, but you don't have any phantoms spawning above you and annoying you. In order to use the farm, as you can see, there are already some fish spawning. What you want to do is to climb up all the way the scaffoldings to the top, and then if you are at the top, you want to go all the way to your AFK platform. I think this is clear. And then, as you can see, there are already fish spawning, a very good sign. Our AFK farm is working very good and fully automatic, by the way. As you can see, fish, cod and salmon is very frequently spawning, and you don't have to do anything in order to get all your loot. This is a fully automatic farm, as I already have pointed out. Now, once you are finished AFKing, what you want to do in order to get the loot is to jump into the water and swim to the looting stage. And this is right here. As you can see, we can breathe in this room because there is air in it. And then we just have to open this double chest and take everything out. I AFK'd for only about half a minute and already got 8 bones, which I can craft into 24 bone meal, which is a pretty good rate, I think, for a fully automatic farm. Now at this point of the video, I hope that I helped you with this quick tutorial on how to build a fully automatic fish bone meal farm. I hope that you enjoyed this episode and that it helped you in your survival world. And then I hope we see us again in the next video. See ya!